Welcome back to Sakina's Ridge Homestead. About a month or so ago, I installed a Meyer's plow mounting carton on this F350. And when I did that, I mentioned that I would post the wiring video as well. So this is how I did the wiring on the truck. Hello, and welcome to our channel. We're glad you're here. Well, unfortunately, this isn't going to be a how-to video, it's going to be a how-did video. When I did this wiring, it was late night after I did the plow bracket, and it was just too dark in here to try and film anything. So what I did, this is both for wiring for the winch, and also wiring for the plow. I did them both at the same time. This plug here will work for the winch, and it will also work for jumper cables. I do need to make some kind of bracket to mount this solid up here in the front of the truck. For now, I just kind of stick it up underneath there and it stays. And here is the power supply for the snowplow. Where I did was I took the battery and everything out. On the battery box, you've got this little snorkel that goes in this hole right here in the front of the truck. I removed that because it was kind of pinching with the wires, but I ran the plow wire and the wire for the winch down through that hole and out the front of the truck. This plug here and here are for the plow lights. This truck sits high enough that I don't need to use the plow lights, so I didn't bother hooking these up. If I ever do that, I will post a secondary video on doing that. So I brought those two wiring harnesses for the plow, which is the black one here, and the winch, which is the red one. Brought those up through the truck. I changed battery terminal ends to the marine style, crimped rings on my truck wire, and added another set of wires here, and also took those through this red loom for protection and brought them all up underneath the battery box. Ran them along the edge of the fender well here, took them under the fuse box, and then in the back corner of the truck I added this terminal strip. I just got it off of Amazon or eBay, one or the other, and it's got 4 lugs on the top and 4 lugs on the bottom. Top is positive, bottom is negative. Attached that to the firewall there. It's about the best location I could find for it. Fed these extra wires off the battery cables, or battery terminals, feed up and power this box. I believe that's these two over here, the positive and the negative. And then we have this positive, I believe, goes to the rear of the truck for the winch. This positive goes to the front of the truck for the winch. And you can't really see it, but over here is the positive and the negative for the plow. And there's also a negative and a negative under here that go to the 2 winch connectors. I installed the solenoid for the plow up here. It was about the best location for it because the wiring for the truck already had the positive battery cable and the activator wire coming out of the same spot on the loom, so this just worked out to be a good location. So we have a positive coming off of here to this side of the solenoid, and then this positive and activator wire go into the harness for the plow that's on the truck. There's also a negative in this harness that attaches down underneath here. I then took a section of that harness and went through what would have been the clutch hole. Since this is an automatic truck, it just has a plug in there. I ran that underneath the dashboard, and we'll go take a look under there now. This is difficult to see under here, but this is where the clutch would have came through. This purple wire is the one that I added a while back for the glow plugs, and then this other cable here is the one for the plow. Now they give you enough, I swear you could put this thing in the back seat. There's enough cable here, so I've looped the cable up and zip tied it so it's out of the way. Brought it up under the dash, kind of across through here, down through, out underneath the dash, and then it ends right here above the switch box. My plow control box, which is just the standard up, down, left, right, plugs directly into that whenever I need to use the plow. And then I also had to add a jumper fuse to come over and power. Which one is it here? Okay, yeah, it's this one right here. I added this jumper fuse, which comes over and attaches to this thin blue wire, which also has a fuse in it, and that was attached or part of this plow harness. So I know this isn't the greatest explanation video there is, because I couldn't show this as I was doing it, but that's how I wired the plow. Just pretty much put the harness in to where it's accessible to plug in your controller. You have to put power to it. You've got the ground out there with the ground wire. This controller plug here goes over to the solenoid and out to the plow. Again, I apologize. I know this isn't the greatest video to show you how to do that wiring, and just kind of a halfway explanation of what I did. But unfortunately, like I said, it was just too dark in here to try and film it when I did it. Now, I did mention when I showed that terminal block that there was also a rear connection for the winch. What I did there was just ran it basically down under the truck, attached it along the frame, brought it up around the fuel tank, attached it underneath the bed, back into the frame rail, and wrapped it around to the back of the truck. Again, I still need to fabricate some kind of bracket to permanently attach it back there. Right now it's just zip tied up under the back of the truck, and it is accessible if I need to use it. So if you have any questions or comments, please put them down below. I'll do my best to explain. If I need to, I'll even come out and refilm if there's anything you're not sure of. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe. We'd appreciate a thumbs up. Have a good day.